week's Parsha begins the great stories of the 10 plagues in Egypt. And the first one, when Hashem did an unbelievable miracle of making all the waters in Egypt turn to blood, Hashem told Moshe, take a stick and hand it over to your brother Aaron, and he should hit the water and everything will turn into blood. And Rashi asks, why does he have to give it over to Aaron? Why can't he do it himself? And Rashi says something unbelievable. He says, a few weeks ago in the Parsha, we know when Moshe was born, they put him into a little basket, a little container or something, and they put this box into the water. And the water saved Moshe's life. So because the water saved Moshe's life, it's improper for Moshe to hit the water. And therefore you had to ask Aaron to do so. And the question is obvious. It doesn't hurt the water if you hit it. Oh, maybe in this case it actually started bleeding. It turned to blood. But seriously, what's the problem to hit the water? The water didn't go out of his way to save Moshe. The water was just there. They put the basket inside the water. And even if it did do a favor for Moshe, it doesn't hurt when you hit it. We have a concept every Friday night. When we make Kiddush, we make sure the challahs are on the table as we're making Kiddush, and we cover the challah with a cover. And our sages teach us we have to cover it. You know why? Because bread is our main source of nourishment. Wine adds some beauty to our life. It's not our main source of nourishment. So why do we make Kiddush before bread? The bread gets embarrassed that you're doing something else. You're drinking the wine before eating from the bread. And therefore we hide the bread. We cover the bread so as not to embarrass the challah, the bread. And the obvious question is, seriously, the bread doesn't get embarrassed? The answer is, it's not about the bread not getting embarrassed. It's about teaching us to be more sensitive. Even though the bread himself wouldn't get embarrassed, but you should be more sensitive. Hashem is teaching us in this week's Parsha, this message, that irrelevant if the other person gets hurt or not, you should not hurt someone else's feeling, even though we tend to say, oh, the guy's a man, he could handle it. You could hurt their feelings, they could handle it. It's not about them, it's about you being a better person. You working on yourself not to hurt someone else. And therefore be extra sensitive, even though that person won't be offended. And Hashem says, Moshe, the water saved you. You don't hit the water. It won't hurt the water. I don't care. You cannot pick up a stick and hit the water, because that's immoral to do something, to hit something which saved you. Let's take that message home. Learn to be a better person, irrelevant if the other person gets offended or not. Thank you, and good Shabbos. This week Shabbos, the traveling Hasidim will be flying to Minneapolis, Minnesota for a wonderful Shabbaton. Thank you and good Shabbos.